we go. Here we go. Playoffs, baby! Hey, whoa. What are you doing? I haven't even opened mine yet.
Man, I know everybody's saying don't drink Bud Light, but it's the Platinums. How can I just give them up? What the f***? What the f***? Drink me, you thirsty Oh, hell no.
Hey, JR, how's that Bud Light taste?
It's pretty good.
Oh, damn.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, just when you think it couldn't get worse for Bud Light, it just keeps getting worse, and they continue to get more and more and more desperate to try to save the failing, tarnished, disgraced brand known as Bud Light. Again, a once great American brand has been tarnished. It has been destroyed, okay? It is so bad that Anheuser-Busch is basically giving away free beer, and we're seeing anecdotal evidence that stores are also basically trying to give it away by slashing prices, okay, on the beer in order to try to get people to buy. However, it doesn't seem to be working, okay? I want you guys to take a look at some of these videos that are floating around on the internet of some retailers and their Bud Light stock, and boy, oh boy, it's embarrassing. It really is. Take a look.
So this is working.
All right, well, look. Anheuser-Busch.
Oh my god.
Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, that's Coors Light.
Yeah, not Anheuser-Busch.
And that. Oh my god. Yep. Well, here it is.
My local Walmart, and here we have Budweiser on sale. It's not as good as Sam's Club or Costco, but they are just not selling it. Every Walmart across the nation could put this stuff on an end cap and sell it, and guess what? You're still going to end up with a ton of product. What do you think about the Bud Light boycott?
I like seeing that consumers are talking with their dollars, not just saying it online. I get, being transgender is fine and all that, but like, why do it with companies? Why not just do it yourself? Don't make it the face of the company. This is like America's beer, not. No one wants to see a guy dressed up as a girl for their children. No one wants that. It's just, it's not right. I'm all for doing what you want. You're an adult, do what you want, but don't start shoving down people's throats, because then stuff like this happens. No one wants to hear it anymore. We're tired of it. Don't buy Bud Light.
That guy just walked up to me while I was filming here in the Walmart, and I really like what he had to say. Oh, look at this. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you guys noticed there. That Costco video in particular was very damning, okay? As the Coolers Light, Miller's Light sold out, okay? Everybody's buying Coolers, Millers. I mean, those brands are woke too, right? I'm Yingling, okay? I'm Team Yingling, right? But, they're buying anything except Bud Light, okay? And it's so bad that they basically got Bud Light on clearance at Costco. I mean, you can get a 36-pack, right? A 36-pack of Bud Light for $14.97 at Costco. I mean, that's unheard of, right? Again, inflationary time period where the prices are going up on damn near everything, Bud Light is experiencing deflation, right? That is how bad demand is for Bud Light, is that they're basically giving it away in the stores, is on clearance, but still nobody's buying it. That is how tarnished the brand has become. I mean, it is, wow. I mean, I never imagined, okay, in my wildest dreams, right, when this first happened, that the boycott would go this hard, okay? People are really pissed at Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch, and they've tried so desperately to win back valuable customers, and it just doesn't seem to be working. So again, they're trying everything. They're putting out patriotic ads. They're giving away Bud Light, right? They're doing everything except actually issuing an apology, right? Which, in my opinion, I think that probably is the best thing they can do to make this go away. However, they can't really apologize, because if they do, they're going to upset the woke revolutionaries, which, you know, they were trying to appeal and pander to them, and that's how they got themselves in this situation in the first place. As LGBTQ plus groups are slamming Bud Light for not defending transgender rights, aka they're slamming Bud Light for not coming out here and standing firm in support of their partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, so again, Bud Light is stuck between a rock and a hard place, okay, because I told you guys from the get-go, if they apologize, then all the brand equity that they built up over the years, okay, going woke, you know, the rainbow Bud Light cans trying to appeal to LGBTQ people, right, and the woke revolutionaries, young folks, all that goes away. It instantly vanishes. As soon as they apologize, all that goes down the drain, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to play the long game, okay? They're seeing the demographic changes. They're seeing the fact that millennials and Gen Z, a lot of them are overwhelmingly woke. They are LGBTQ or pro-LGBTQ, and they're marketing to those people, right? They're trying to recruit a new generation of beer drinkers. This is what they're trying to do, okay? And it takes time to build an audience. It takes time to try to get that lifelong customer. And, you know, lifelong customers are worth a lot of money. Okay, so they can't really apologize, because if they apologize, then all the brand equity they built up, all the goodwill goes away. However, because they're not apologizing, their actual core audience, the people that are giving them money today, right, are boycotting, and we're boycotting hard. Okay, we are absolutely destroying this company, and it's kind of glorious, but also at the same time, again, I would not want to be an executive at that company right now. This company, I mean, I'm keeping it 100 with you. This company it could collapse, okay? I mean, if things continue to go the way they're going, I mean, today we're talking about a 26+% drop in sales year over year. Again, this company, again, might actually really go broke, okay? I'm so serious about that, because they're going to find themselves in a situation where their core audience, their older customers, are not buying the beer. And because they're not standing firm with the LGBTQ community because of the current boycott that they're facing, their new customers that they've tried so hard to get, they can decide to boycott the beer as well too. So they can face a boycott from both sides of the political aisle, right? Again, it's truly a fascinating situation, and it is a business case that no doubt in my mind will be studied for decades in marketing textbooks in college, right? I guarantee you, there's a marketing professor writing a case study about Bud Light right now for a new edition of a marketing textbook for some business school, right? There's no doubt in my mind, right? So again, what is happening to Bud Light is a cautionary tale for companies in regards to what happens when you get too political, when you dive too deep into politics, when you try too hard to try to appeal to the younger generation with woke political ideology. This is what happens. Your company gets destroyed, especially if your audience, your core audience, is conservative, okay? So yeah, Bud Light is so desperate that, again, they're basically giving away beer for free, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about here. Bud Light offers distributors free beer, more ad spending after Dylan Mulvaney backlash. We're going to talk a little bit about their plan to try to recover. The makeup Bud Light is working to make amends with its distributors, who say they have taken the brunt of the backlash to a company promotion with a transgender influencer. Anheuser-Busch InBev BUD, which is up 1.58%. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. the country's largest brewer, has pledged to boost its marketing spend on Bud Light, accelerate production of a new slate of ads, and give a case of Bud Light to every employee of an Anheuser-Busch wholesaler, distributors said. Okay, so here's the thing about stocks, okay? Their stock doesn't seem to be suffering as much, okay? Again, in a usual situation, like, for example, you saw what happened with First Republic, okay? There was an earnings report that came out that showed that they lost a whole lot of deposits, okay, from customers because of fear and what happened with the woke Silicon Valley Bank, okay? Customers are basically taking money out of these mid-sized banks because they're afraid that they could fail, okay? And that's what happened to First Republic. Investors saw the earnings and the stock price crashed, okay? Now, in this situation, that is not happening despite the sales numbers from Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light. And the reason why is because investors are actually betting that this boycott is going to be short-term, that sales are going to recover and Anheuser-Busch is ultimately going to be fine, okay? They're betting against conservatives. They say, you guys ain't got the cojones to hold out this boycott, okay? And that's why the stock price is not being affected that much, because investors are literally betting against us, okay? Wall Street is betting against us. So the next step in this boycott, keep it 100 with you guys, if you really want to make it hurt, is to make the boycott last so long and make it hurt so much that even investors start to pull out, right? Once investors start to pull out, then you know, right, that you have absolutely destroyed this company. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. If I was Anheuser-Busch, I would wave the white flag on the LGBTQ community and issue an apology immediately, right? I would just apologize. We're sorry. Please buy our beer. We're sorry, okay? Because the way it's going right now, if this boycott continues, eventually it is going to be reflected in the stock's value, okay? Because a company can't have a 26% drop in sales year over year and the stock price continues to remain stable. Eventually, it's going to follow. But right now, again, the reason why it's not falling that much is because investors are betting against us. They're betting against conservatives. But the problem is that we're really not going to know the actual numbers until we see the earnings report. Now, they have an earnings report actually coming out tomorrow morning before market opening. However, it's likely that it's not going to be reflected on that because the first quarter ended April 1st, which is a day before Dylan Mulvaney actually posted that ad, right? So we're not going to see the actual numbers and the effect of this boycott until probably the next earnings report, okay? So I'm just saying, if the boycott ends now, it's going to be a blip, right? And Wall Street will have basically made a ton of money off of conservatives being weak, okay? However, again, if this thing continues for the next 3, 4, 5 months, and we get another earnings report that actually captures the boycott during the second quarter, if it continues, again, this stock might go into free fall, right? It could go into free fall. I'm just saying, if that happens and investors start to massively sell off the stock, boy, there's going to be some fireworks, okay? There's going to be some fireworks, guys. I'm just saying, this is not the end. Like, it can get a whole lot worse if this continues, okay? If conservatives just hold strong, it can get way worse, okay? I'm just saying. So let's read more here. The efforts are continuing a month after Dylan Mulvaney, a transgender social media star, spoke in an Instagram video about a personalized can of Bud Light that the brewer had sent Dylan as a gift. The April 1st report sparked a boycott that caused sales to plummet for both Anheuser-Busch and its independently owned distributors. The distributors' employees, many of whom drive trucks bearing the Bud Light logo, were confronted by angry people on streets, in stores, and in bars. Wow. This is crazy. In the week ended April 22nd, Bud Light's U.S. retail sales fell 21.4% compared with the year earlier period, according to an analysis of Nielsen data by Bump Williams Consulting. Meanwhile, sales of rival brands Coors Light and Miller Lite each grew about 21%. Yeah, so basically people are straight up substituting Bud Light for Coors Light and Miller Lite, which, again, in my opinion, they're both woke too. But still, you know, I'm like, we got to hop on the Yingling train, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sales of other Anheuser-Busch brands declined too, including Budweiser, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra, according to Bump Williams. Quote, it sent shockwaves through distributors, said Jeff Wheeler, vice president of marketing for Del Papa Distributing near Houston, Texas, where he said his administrative staff fielded, quote, tons of phone calls from people being very hateful, aka criticizing, right? Saying we don't like this. As the backlash mounted, Del Papa posted a statement on Facebook saying Anheuser-Busch worked with hundreds of influencers and that the local distributor had no control over the brewing giant's marketing decisions. Quote, we too are upset with this situation and have been vocal about it with the top leadership at Anheuser-Busch, Del Papa statement said. Wow. So, Bud Light is basically planning on spending more money. Right, the company planned to increase its U.S. Marketing spend on Bud Light fivefold. Okay, so they're trying to spend more money, right? They think that they can spend more money to get out of this, right? Let's just put out more ads, right? That are getting destroyed on social media, by the way. Okay, ads that they're putting out are getting destroyed. They're getting ridiculed on social media. They're getting mocked, and they think that that's their way out. Okay, instead of apologizing. I'm going to say something. Bud Light, you got to choose a side. You're either with us or you're against us, okay? If you're with us, you need to come out and issue an apology. If you're against us, then you continue to do what you're doing, and you got to suffer the consequences. And it seems to me that the woke revolutionaries, the people that you want so much to drink your beer, right, which is why you got yourself in this situation in the first place, they're not making up for it. They're not going out and buying Bud Light in response to the conservative boycott. And if I was them, again, I would just cut my losses and just give an apology and wave the white flag. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.